Welcome back to the 2020 Australian Open. In this video I'm going to be previewing the first two men's quarterfinals that will take place later on this evening. The first one I'm going to look at is Tennis Sandgren against Roger Federer. I think everyone has to admit that Tennis Sandgren's had an outstanding tournament for a player that's in the top 50 to reach the last 8 of a Grand Slam and set up a quarterfinal clash with Roger Federer is an outstanding achievement for him already. He gained a deserved win over Fabio Fognini in the last round to set up this quarter-final match. Although Fognini did make 47 unforced errors in that one and just served 51% of first serves, which allowed Sandgren into a lot of them service games. It really took control of the match from an early stage. He served a lot of aces, hit a lot of winners, took his breakpoint opportunities, and I was quite impressed with the way Sandgren closed that match out in the end. Fognini obviously didn't play his best match. That's not Sandgren's, it's not his fault. He can only beat what's in front of him, and I thought he took advantage of a poor performance for Fognini to set up this match. He's obviously going to be up against a lot better opposition tonight. Roger Federer will be looking to serve 70 plus first serves, and we know he's one of the best servers in the world when on full form. Sandgren, I do fear from a bit in this match. I don't think he does anything particularly special. He's a solid all-round player. He's had a very, very good tournament, but he's obviously beatable as well. Roger does enter this match as a huge, huge favourite. For Sandgren to have a sniff of winning this match, I think he just needs to serve very high percentage of first serves. As I say, he's a lot of winners, a lot of aces this tournament. He needs to continue that. I think he just needs to take on Federer at his own game and just try to hit as many lines as possible. Just go out there and just try and play the match of your life, really. It's what he's going to have to do to come out on top tonight. I don't think being defensive and passive and trying to rally with Federer from the back of the court is going to get Sandgren any success. I think he's better off going out there and just fighting fire with fire, trying to get as many first serves in as possible and really attacking Roger, being aggressive and trying to take control from an early stage. Take the match deep. We know Roger's had a very long match against Millman, then a 4-set match against Fucsovic. He is 38-year-old now, so if Sandgren can take the match deep, then you just never quite know what can happen. As for Federer, I think the main thing for Roger tonight is to start well, start quick. He's lost the opening set, obviously, in the past two rounds. In that opening set, he's been very disappointing. He hasn't timed the ball at all well. He hasn't served well in the opening set, and he's actually conceded cheap breaks at the back end of sets, which is very uncharacteristic like for Roger Federer. In fairness to him, as the matches have gone on, he has adjusted well. He's adjusted well to the conditions, the slow courts. His backhand and serve have got better as the matches have progressed. But he got out of jail really against two average opponents. Obviously Millman and Fucsovic, they are handy players, but a player of Roger Federer's calibre, you'd expect him to dispatch them a lot easier than he did in the end. Although I do feel that Millman match perhaps took some pressure off Roger. He should have been out of that tournament. Obviously, we know Roger enters every tournament. He's one of the favourites to win it. He's got huge pressure on him wherever he goes in the world. And I think Roger himself, everybody in the crowd, everybody watching around the world, thought Roger was down and out in that match against Millman. 8-4 down the match aside in tie break. It's one of the comebacks of the season, really, to come back and win 6 consecutive points when you consider Millman was playing like he was. But I think for Roger, this is an important match tonight, not just that he wins, but that he wins in style. To beat the likes of Djokovic, who he's going to face in the semi-final likely, if he gets past Raonic, he's going to have to be starting playing a lot better. As I say, he hasn't started matches at all well. And if he gives Djokovic a first set lead, then it's going to be a long, long way back for Federer at the age he is. It'll take some doing to win 3 or 4 sets against a Novak or against a Rafael Nadal. So I think it's important tonight for Federer to start well, just high first serve percentage, get his backhand in full flow, gain a straight set to win if possible, and win in style against Sandgren tonight. I think he will do that. Federer, when the tournaments reach the business end, he usually produces his best tennis, and I expect a solid performance tonight from Federer and a straight set win. Moving on to Milos Raonic against Novak Djokovic, and you could almost say that Raonic is the talk of the tournament. At the minute, he's sort of gone right into the radar. He had a poor 2019 for his standards, partly down to injuries in all fairness. but not many people, and probably himself, had many big expectations for the Canadian this tournament. But he's delivered absolutely massively, really. He faced Tsitsipas in round 3, and I think a lot of people expect Tsitsipas to come through that one. Obviously, he's had a brilliant hardcourt season in 2019. Tsitsipas, many people predicted him to even win this title this year, and Raonic dispatched him easily, 3 sets to love. Tsitsipas didn't play his best match of tennis by all means. He never seemed to read the Raonic serve particularly well. He struggled with his defence against that massive Raonic forehand, and he never really got himself into the match and was really able to gain any impetus. And I think that straight sets win though, from Raonic's point of view, was outstanding for his confidence and just the way he was serving and hitting the forehand. He was hitting winner after winner, and his forehand was almost unreturnable all match. He had 55 winners. On top of that, Milos's yet to be broken in 4 rounds. He's yet to lose a set, so he couldn't come into this match against Djokovic in any better form, really. That's going to be a very interesting battle. Obviously, you've got Raonic's serve is one of the best on the tour. Djokovic is the best returner ever. The stats and the form do point in Djokovic's favour. Obviously, he's won 5 out of 5 against Raonic. And I found it quite interesting in Djokovic's post-match press conference the other day. He was asked about Raonic's serve comparing it to Isner's and Karlovic's, and he did say that Raonic's serve is obviously a huge weapon, but he said he finds it quite easy to read. As time goes on during the match, it's by his ball toss, he finds it quite easy to read Raonic's serve, which is good signs from Djokovic's point of view. And I think this is a case, this match, if Djokovic returns well like he can, or Raonic doesn't serve well, he has an off day on that side of his game, and it's game over, really. I think Raonic is relying on tie breaks here, being brutally honest. Djokovic is just too dominant in rallies for a player of Raonic's ability. Although Raonic is a top player, he's a top 16 player in my opinion when he's fully fit. Djokovic is just next level to these sort of players. He's a big guy. Raonic, he doesn't particularly move around the court quickly, and Djokovic will be targeting that backhand off return to serve. And I just feel like Djokovic has got too many variations for Raonic. He'll be moving around the court with his forehand, his backhand. He likes a drop shot into the net, which Raonic struggles to get down to, being 6'5". But as I say, you never know. It looks a routine win for Djokovic on paper, in my opinion, especially when you consider how well he's served in this tournament. He looks pretty invincible on serve. I find it difficult to see Raonic making any inroads in Djokovic's service games. But if Raonic can serve brilliantly, he might nick tie breaks. You just never know in tie breaks. It's anyone's game. It's down to a couple of points usually either way. But I don't see him breaking Djokovic. Raonic is going to have to be really on his game if he's to win even a set, in my opinion. 1 lapse in concentration, a couple of missed first serves, a double fault to Djokovic, a couple of return winners, which we know he's very capable of, and the set's almost over. I think it's going to be a case of 1 break in each set. Djokovic, I'm predicting this 6-3, 6-4 sets in straight sets victory for him, which will set up another mouth-watering clash against Roger in the semi-final, which we've all been waiting for from day one of the tournament starting. That's it for previewing these 2 matches. I will be back tomorrow to review the other 2 quarterfinals, Rafael Nadal against Dominic Thiem and Stanislas Wawrinka against Sasha Zverev. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the tennis tonight. I'll certainly be up late watching it. Thanks for watching again. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.